Hey there! I'm Metaphysical Mia 33. I'm so glad you're here. Have you ever felt like there's a part of you that's hidden away, like there's a side of you don't really know yet? That's completely normal. Everyone feels like this sometimes. We all have parts of ourselves we keep tucked away, not because they're bad, but because we learned to. Imagine there's a room in your house you never go into. You keep the door closed. Sometimes you might even forget what's inside. Shadow work is like opening that door, slowly and gently. You're not searching for monsters, you're finding lost treasures. It's a kind, gentle way to get to know your whole self. You do it with care and curiosity. This is your chance to feel more complete, more real, and a bit more at peace with yourself. Many people think shadow work sounds scary or dark. We picture facing our biggest fears or tough memories. But I want to help you see it differently. It's not a fight. It's more like a gentle conversation with yourself. You're listening to the parts of you that have been quiet for a long time. Those parts have wisdom, creativity, and strength. They're not your enemies. They're just waiting for you to notice them. This journey is a big act of self-love. It's about bringing light to the parts of you that have been in the shade. The goal isn't to get rid of your shadow. That would be like trying to get rid of your own reflection. Your shadow is part of you. The goal is to bring it into your life. When you see your shadow, it can't control you from the background anymore. If we don't know our shadow, it can surprise us. It can change how we react, how we relate to others, and even what we choose. But when we know our shadow, we can work with it. We can listen to what it needs. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about accepting yourself. It's saying, I see every part of me and every part is welcome. So take a deep breath with me. Let go of any ideas that this work is too hard or too scary. This can be one of the most healing, powerful things you'll ever do. It's a path to knowing yourself better and feeling more free. It's about coming home to all of who you are. This isn't a race or a test. It's a slow, beautiful process. You get to choose the pace. You get to be kind to yourself. Let's walk this path together, one gentle step at a time. You can find real strength by accepting your true self. Let's keep this idea simple. The word shadow became popular because of Carl Jung, the thoughtful psychologist. You don't have to be an expert to understand it. Picture your personality as a big suitcase you carry through life. As children, we learn what's good to put in that suitcase. We pack in kindness and being helpful. We add things like being quiet or being smart. Those things make people happy with us. The shadow is like a second hidden bag. In that bag, we put things we've been told aren't okay. Things like anger or jealousy, or maybe being loud, selfish, or too sensitive. But this hidden bag isn't full of bad things. It just holds parts of us we learned to tuck away. Maybe, as a kid, you were told good girls are always quiet, so you hid your strong voice and your joy in that shadow bag. Or maybe you heard, big boys don't cry, so you learned to hide your feelings and your sadness. The shadow is all those parts of us we push away or deny. It holds the parts we think aren't good enough for love. But here's the secret. Those hidden parts have a lot of energy and power we can use. Everyone has a shadow, every single person. It's completely normal. It's just part of being human. Having a shadow doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you grew up with rules and ideas from other people. Parents, teachers, and our culture all give us messages. They tell us how we should act. To fit in and feel safe, we change ourselves. We show the parts of us people like and hide the rest. Most of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it. The shadow forms because we want love and want to belong. That's the most human need of all. The shadow isn't something bad or scary inside you. It's more like a child who feels left out for being too much. These are the parts of you that just want your care and kindness. Your shadow holds your hidden power, your quiet creativity, and your secret talents. For example, if someone was told they were too bossy, they might hide their leadership skills. If someone was told not to be emotional, they might hide their deep care for others. Shadow work means opening up that hidden bag, looking at each part with kindness and choosing what you want to keep. Our shadow really starts to form when we're just little kids. As children, we're always watching and listening, aren't we? We just soak up everything around us. We want to feel loved and safe with our family more than anything. We notice what makes people smile at us or give us hugs, and we notice what makes people upset or when they ignore us. That's when we start sorting out our actions, even if we don't realize it. We try to be the good version of ourselves, hoping for love and approval, and we start hiding the parts we think aren't okay. That's really how our shadow self gets made. We don't do this on purpose, it just helps us feel safe. Picture a little girl who's bursting with energy. She loves to run and shout and just be herself. But if her parents keep telling her to be quiet all the time, she learns deep down that her energy isn't really welcome. So, to keep their love, she tries to hide that energy away. She tucks that lively part of herself into the shadow. And when she grows up, she might feel tired or quiet and not really know why. She just feels far from her own energy. Or think about a young boy who's really sensitive. He cries when something hurts him, but if he's told to toughen up, he learns that being sensitive just isn't okay. So he hides his tears and his soft heart in the shadow. And as a man, he might find it really hard to show his feelings. These early lessons shape us so deeply, even if we don't notice. The shadow doesn't just stay hidden, though. It affects our lives in ways we can't always see. It's kind of like a hidden puppeteer quietly pulling our strings. If we don't notice our shadow, it can show up in our lives in all sorts of ways. Sometimes we see things we don't like in other people, and we react really strongly to them. Like, if you hide your own anger, you might get upset when someone else is angry. That strong feeling, it's your shadow asking for your attention. It's saying, hey, you've got this part too. The shadow also shapes the patterns in our lives, especially in our relationships. Do you keep meeting the same kind of partner over and over? Or do you find yourself having the same arguments again and again? That's often your shadow at work. It's actually trying to help you heal. It brings up old hurts just so you can notice them. If you didn't get enough attention as a child, you might feel ignored in your relationships now. That's your shadow's way of showing you what needs care. It's not a punishment, it's a chance to grow. Your shadow's really just trying in its own way to help you feel whole again. So, how do you know when your shadow wants your attention? There are signs. At first, they're quiet. If you don't listen, they get a little louder. One sign is getting upset really quickly. Sometimes you feel a big emotion that doesn't quite match what just happened. Maybe a friend cancels plans on you. Suddenly you feel really sad or super angry, much more than the moment calls for. That big feeling might come from an old hurt inside you. Maybe once you felt left out or alone. These feelings aren't random. They're messages from inside you, showing you what needs care. Another sign is getting upset with someone for how they act. Sometimes you just feel really bothered by something in another person. Maybe you don't like it when someone's loud or when they ask for help. Ask yourself, do I have this part in me too? Maybe you learned it was wrong to feel proud or to ask for things, so you tuck that part of you away. Now seeing it in others just feels tough. This isn't about blame, it's just a way to notice what's hidden inside you. Notice if the same things keep happening to you over and over. Life tends to give us the same lesson until we're ready to learn it. Do you ever stop yourself from reaching your goals? Do you get close, then do something that blocks your own success? Do you feel unseen at work or in your friendships? Or maybe you feel alone in your relationships? These aren't signs you failed. They're just showing you where to look inside. Your shadow is actually helping to create these moments, hoping you'll pause and look within. This is your chance to heal some old hurts. If you feel stuck, bored, or far from yourself, that's a sign too. Sometimes it feels like you're just moving through the day. Maybe life feels like it has no color or joy or nothing really excites you anymore. That empty feeling can come from hiding parts of yourself. When we hide lots of parts of us, we also hide our creativity, our passion, and our true self. If you feel like something's missing, maybe it is. That part is just waiting for you to welcome it back. Saying yes to your shadow is the first step to feeling whole and alive again. Let's clear up a few common myths about shadow work, okay? Some folks feel a little scared or confused because of things they've heard. First off, shadow work isn't about reliving old pain. That's really important to know. You don't have to go back and feel all that hurt again. Instead, you can look at old memories from a safe place with kindness. You do this as your grown-up self, right here and now. It's kind of like watching a movie of your past, not acting in it. The goal is just to understand and bring all your parts together. If you've got deep pain, it's always best to work with a trained therapist. Second, shadow work isn't about judging yourself. Actually, it's the opposite. Most of us are already way too hard on ourselves. We really don't need more reasons to feel bad. Shadow work is about being gentle and kind to yourself. It's about looking at the parts you've hidden and saying, I know why you're here. I see you. You're welcome. It's about being a friend to yourself, especially to the parts that have felt alone for a long time. There's just no room for shame here. Shame is what made the shadow in the first place. Kindness is what'll help you heal. Another myth is that shadow work is dangerous. Some people worry they might lose control if they look at hidden parts. But honestly, the shadow has more power when we ignore it. When we don't see our hidden anger, sadness, or fear, it can pop out in ways we don't expect, like a sudden outburst or doing something we regret. When you bring these parts into the light, you actually have more control and more choices. You're not at the mercy of your hidden feelings anymore. You get to choose how to respond. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. You're not letting out a monster. Shadow work isn't a quick fix. It's not a place you reach and then just stop. You don't get a certificate for finishing it. It's something you practice your whole life. You just keep learning and growing. Just like you clean your home every so often, you also care for your inner world again and again. Some days, shadow work feels deep. Other days, it's just noticing a small feeling or a little trigger and giving yourself a bit of kindness. It's a gentle dance between your light and your shadow. It's about learning to love yourself a little more each day and remembering this is a journey, not a race. Ready to open the door to your shadow? Let's do this together. You don't need any special tools or tough steps. You can start right now if you want. You can do this at home, somewhere safe and cozy. Try some simple, gentle ways to get to know yourself. One great way to begin is by writing in a journal. Just grab a notebook and a pen, write down your thoughts and feelings. There's no right or wrong way. You can ask yourself questions like, what do I notice in others that really bothers me? Or what wasn't I allowed to do or feel as a kid? Just let your words flow out. Don't worry about spelling or if it makes sense. This is just for you. It helps you see what's inside. Writing can help you notice things you might have missed before. Another way is to look at yourself in the mirror. It might feel a little strange at first, but it can really help you heal. Stand in front of a mirror and look into your own eyes. Take a deep breath and just relax. Say something kind to yourself like, I'm here for you, or I love and accept every part of me. You can also talk to your inner child. Picture yourself as a little kid and speak gently to them. Tell your younger self, it's okay to feel sad. You're safe now. This helps you feel close to the parts of you that need love. You can also use cards like tarot or oracle cards. You don't have to know how to read them perfectly. Just pick a card and ask, what does my shadow want me to know today? Look at the picture and the words on the card. Notice how you feel. Let the card help you listen to your heart. Cards can show you what part of you needs a little care. Another way is to notice your strong feelings like anger or sadness. When you feel a big emotion, just pause for a moment. Take a breath and ask yourself, What's this really about? Don't judge your feelings, just notice them with kindness. This helps you break old habits and learn more about yourself. You can turn a tough moment into a chance to grow. You'll see where you need healing and care. Last, be gentle with your inner child. Your shadow holds the needs and feelings you had when you were little. Think about what you loved to do as a kid. Was it drawing, dancing, or playing outside? Try doing those things again now. When you feel sad or scared, imagine holding your younger self's hand. Tell them, everything's going to be okay. This isn't childish, it's caring for yourself. You're giving yourself the love and safety you need. When you care for your inner child, you help heal your shadow. That's a deep act of self-love. It'll help you feel better in your whole life. If you're watching this and thinking, I feel everything, I pick up on people's moods, I get drained just walking into a room, then you might be an empath. And that's not a weakness, that's a spiritual gift. But you do need to know how to protect your energy, especially from people who take more than they give. If that sounds like you, I have a full video on how to know you're an empath and another one on how to protect yourself from energy vampires, especially the sneaky ones who smile while draining you. If you're in that space of wanting to grow, heal, or just understand what's really going on beneath the surface, you'll also want to check out life path numbers, what they mean and how to find yours, past lives and soul contracts, what your soul might still be carrying, twin flames, karmic partners and soulmates, how to tell the difference, and more videos like this one on shadow work, intuition, and emotional healing. If you ever want a real-time message just for you, I also do live tarot readings right here on the channel. You can drop your yes or no questions in the chat and get real-time insight from your guides with a little wit, a little wisdom, and a whole lot of heart. Because I'm your quirky tarot reader, and this is how we keep it real, intuitive, and just a little magical. If any of that speaks to you, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a reading or spiritual insight when it comes through. We go deep here, but in a safe, grounded, and fun way. You're not alone, and your energy truly matters. Remember to keep an open mind, stay positive, stay curious, and stay connected.